Okay, this is going to be called basically what is a prime woman. This is from my opinion. This is just basically from my own consciousness. This is what's a prime woman to someone else may be different to what I am going to express today. I wanted to do this on live, but my connection is not good enough to do this with the bandwidth that I have right now. So I'm gonna just this is basically gonna be just a uploaded video. So basically, when it comes to the first quality of a prime woman would be to be feminine. I mean, basically, the thing about what you have now is a lot of women are more directed because of just sheer survival to be more masculine, because just the dynamic that I see that a lot of women are kind of force fed into because of just how the dynamic of the household was, and it's just kind of a intergenerational thing at this point. What I'm saying is basically is that because the man is not in the household, the father is not in the household. The father allows, in many cases, one of the, I was just thinking about this in my own thoughts as far as just women in general. Once they become of age of like puberty, a lot of what the man allows, or father, it allows the woman to actually be in her own femininity. It allows her to live with the father, or if the father is in the household, that's even better. She does not, in many cases, have to exert herself. She doesn't have to go put on her construction boots and hard hat and jeans and go out into the world and just kind of rough it, because a woman within her household, her own mother and her father, she can, and in many cases this is what a lot of times women were able to accomplish. They lived with their parents. They were able to help their parents out, help their mom cook, clean, and everything, right? And in save their money, learn, go to school, work, and allow them to be, in their femininity, such as, not having to go out and rough it, at 18 or 17. So in a lot of cases, this is not the dynamic of what most people's households are today. But let's just say that that the prime woman definitely is a feminine woman. She is like the woman here in the park, wearing a nice dress, nice natural hair. She's, very much natural. Even so, in this picture to the left, she has, her yoga gear. She's, doing a yoga pose. All of these, and including the woman drinking the wine, is a very much feminine behavior. Okay, and what I mean by feminine behavior is, definitely fashion. The uniform is very much important. A lot of times, women don't really understand how powerful the uniform is. They do, but what they want from men, they don't understand that it's an oxymoron for them to actually do the opposite of what they actually like in men. What I mean by that is they like men to wear clothes like men, right? Well, men want women to actually wear clothes like women. Just pause and think about that for about, I don't know, 5 minutes. Meditate on what I just said. Okay. So when it comes to the fashion, your uniform, ideally, a dress doesn't, basically, a dress is very much the uniform of a woman. When I look at women with dresses, it does something to me, whereas pants and stuff like that doesn't. Now, there's clothes that women could wear that's still feminine, that's not necessarily dresses, but to just to leave nothing, no stone unturned. I mean, I would say a dress is definitely the uniform of the woman. Okay, the way the women smells is very much feminine, such as fragrances, perfumes. That very much is feminine quality. I mean, I have to say, I don't care how bad it is, I get it, but I smell women sometimes that have an odor. In my job, and I work in corporate America, and I just find that very, I mean, kind of strange. It's very awkward, but I mean, I have to say it. Fragrances as well as self care. Um, you know, actually taking a bath and soaking and stuff like that is something that a lot of women learn from their mothers, right? Their aunts, right? And yeah, it's not common, thankfully, but it is. Some women I've smelt that have odors, and yeah, it's very much, you know, it's just not feminine at all. I would definitely say. And lastly, I would say faith. I mean, these are biblical quotes that I saw earlier from a guy on my timeline that I follow, and these basically are quotes from the Bible. And I can just go. I can very much go into. I can go into the Quran and stuff like that, and it goes even deeper into femininity and stuff like that. But this is just straight from the Bible. These quotes here, and it very much it speaks into what I'm talking about, and also just not necessarily religiously, but faith and religion is two different things. Faith is actually the knowing of something that gives you the will to live and continue on. That is my definition of faith, and it has nothing to do with necessary religion. But these passages here are definitely something of what I'm talking about in relation to my idea of a prime woman. Okay, so now that we have that laid out as first, let me change this text around to the further talking points of what I find, um, you know, just basically of a prime woman. Okay, what my idea of a prime woman is. Okay, so another thing is just kind of I just would call it estate roles, such as the idea of what I think a woman has, roles as far as the household. I could just pretty much put household, but let's just say estate roles. Got some real estate, and man, and your husband and you both have property. Okay, he has roles, you have roles. Okay, definitely gonna be talking about what a prime man is, but we're talking about what a prime woman is today. And I'm not really went into depth too much into it, but we are definitely gonna leave no stones unturned today. So basically, my idea is gardening. Okay, you're going outside. You got a little small spade, and this is becoming a dying hobby. I'm not saying that you have to do these things. I'll get into the tangibles outside of the conversation, but very much the woman, his her job is basically to garden. Yeah, garden flowers, brushes, shrubs, bushes. That's very much even weed control. That's very feminine. That's very prime. That's you know basically what I'm basically leading into is a high value woman. All of these qualities are very much uh, you're in demand. All of these concepts, if you actually lead toward these, or you already are in these roles, or you do these things, you're already demanded. You already understand this. This is for the slow class, basically. Or just even a reminder, okay, a review. But very much, gardening is one of those things that is very, very much a woman goes out. She's got her little shorts on, she got her spade, her little shoes that she doesn't really wear anymore, and she's got her sun hat on, and it's very much she's planning whatever she wants to plan, because that's her role. Okay, my mother did this, my grandmother. I mean, this is just basically what I see. That is very much kind of dying out. All of these things. If you don't necessarily feel comfortable with what I'm talking about, um, one thing about having money is you can pay someone else to do these things. Okay. Um, Another thing is cooking. Okay, a lot of women very much, you could just pretty much put cooking as a martial arts. I got my martial arts gi on. I mean, you could literally start a cooking class, and they very much do. It's like martial arts. Like, a lot of women do not know how to cook. Okay, it's not that very big of a deal to me, but it is, because a lot of women either don't like to cook, or don't cook at all, don't know how to cook at all. That's very much in a role. Okay, if you have a house, you have a place to live, that's something that you just need to know how to do. Okay, unless you have the money to hire a chef or hire a cook, which most people don't, you need to know how to cook. Okay, decorating and designing. Okay, very much. This is not something that men tend to do. This is something that women tend to do. This is another estate role. Knowing how to decorate and design a house. Okay, knowing even I can go into depth. I can go into the rabbit hole, knowing feng shui. Knowing how to actually center a house to have the proper energy. I mean, these are very much prime roles that a woman should have. Laundry, washing and drying the clothes. Um, you know, you can even setting the clothes aside that need to go to the dry cleaners. For your man to go to take to the dry cleaners. I mean, these are very much state roles for women to have that are pretty much of the prime ilk. Okay, these are just common things to me, but they're very much, you could just say, prime at this day and time, because a lot of women don't do these things that I'm mentioning. And also, lastly, taking care of the children, making sure the children are doing what they're supposed to be doing, being quiet, and making sure they are behaving and not tearing the house up and not messing the house up, and also making sure that they clean the house. Okay, so these are what I would call estate roles. Okay. Now, another lastly thing I'll have to put into here is it's going to be followership. You know, uh, the thing about I was looking up how to kind of express this, but a lot of women don't really know that they don't know how to follow. I missed the W there. So yeah, I mean it's um, very much an issue when it comes to women, not knowing how to follow is very much a problem. Okay, so let's see here. Change this around. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I mean, followership is something that a lot of women have a problem with. This is pretty much the crux of the problem of the feminist. Of the feminist doesn't want to follow anybody but herself. but she wants the protection of men. She wants the hedge of men from other men that will basically take her at will, but she does not want to follow men. Okay, she wants actually ultimately for men to follow her, right? Well, this is a problem. This is very much, if you're a woman that wants men to follow you, well, good luck with you. You make all the money you can and find somebody to follow you. But if you're just an average woman, and then you actually want a commonality of society that's, I don't know, been going on for thousands of years, then you want to follow men. Okay, there's no society where women are basically in control 100% and actually protect that country and build that country. So I mean, basically, we're born with different roles, and a lot of times those roles have been very much confused for a lot of young people, and even older people. Okay, but very much the feminine, prime woman, she knows how to follow her man, and she knows the man to follow. The man that has proven itself and makes the right decisions. One of the things that I'll have to say, you know, you have to a woman will have to have the ability of discernment to actually not follow any man, but follow the right man. Okay, following the right man is very much key to this. I mean, I'm not saying you should just follow any man, but you should follow the right man. Okay, so the thing about following the right man and having followership is that all of these things that I mentioned before, these are all hobbies. These are hobbies. These are actually things that will keep you busy. So you're not bugging the guy 24/7. You're not, asking for, can you call me back every 5 seconds? Can you text me back every 15 minutes? Because you're too busy. I'm gonna run all of this back. See how I run? I'm gonna explain everything in a nutshell to where you shouldn't even have time to even be bugging your man. You shouldn't even have time to even be getting on his nerves or getting into arguments, because you're too busy focusing on your fashion, focusing on your faith, your self-care, your fragrances, gardening, cooking, decorating and designing the house, doing the laundry, taking care of the children, and whatever hobbies that you have, whether it be talking to your friends, engaging in whatever hobbies that you have, you should be so busy doing that you don't have time to, bug your man, getting on his nerves. Okay, you see how all of this flows, and this is very much, gentlemen. This is the crust of a prime woman. Okay, and very much these passages here. Let's. This is Timothy 2:11-15. A woman should learn in quietness and full submission. I do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a man. She must be silent. See, these things are very much. This is not for these. Those That passage is not for the common woman. It's not for the woman that wants to desire to live in the projects, or to decide to live in the lower crust of society. This is very much queen and princess talk. These passages were not written for poor people or peasants. These were for people that were of higher tier in society. Okay, so if this goes over your head, then you don't understand anything, thus again, about queenship, or definitely anything about being a prime woman. Because very much so, in a lot of times, the woman, the queen. Let's just talk about the queen. I'm definitely going to be talking about that. The queen was very much the person that, yeah, she definitely was trained to be quiet. You know, a lot of both the kings and queens of old, they were taught how to be quiet and for long periods of time, because what they said could basically put their own kingdom in jeopardy. You know, so very much being quiet, being silent when needed, is very much, it's a hidden gift for women. A lot of arguments and a lot of frustrations could be resolved if a woman basically lived her life in more solitude and quietness. Okay, now this might go over your head, and if it does, that's excellent, because not that many women are prime. Women that are prime, this will be something that it would not go over their heads. Okay, so I hope this helps you. This will definitely be something that will be on the public domain for you to reference. If you have any you know comments regarding this, if you think that this, if I said something you didn't agree with, if I missed something, definitely comment below.